Employers that are requiring employees to stay home and not return to work until they provide a negative COVID test may run afoul of employment law, especially the American with Disability Act. Under the ADA, you can have something we call perceived disability. That's where you perceive someone of being disabled or being sick, and you don't want to associate with them, or you do not allow them to come back to work. If your employer requires you to stay at home and not come to work until you can provide a negative COVID test, it may take your body several weeks to clear the COVID virus before you can test negative for COVID. The reason why this requirement may violate the American with Disability Act is that it may not be based on a legitimate business reason. The reason why is that the CDC guideline has changed in the last several months. So now day one of your countdown for isolation is day one after you test positive. If you have no symptom, 0 days the day you tested, and day one is the first full day after you test. According to the CDC guideline, you only need to stay home for 5 days. After 5 days of isolation, you're no longer contagious. The CDC guideline doesn't require a negative COVID test in order for you to return to work or to go out in public. And so there is no business justification that is based on CDC guideline or science for making employees stay at home away from work until they have a negative COVID test. All right, back to work.